Inpatient, Ren, Chris Webby, Dr. Meyers. Let's lock in.
All my thoughts are turning blue. Tell me what's the boy to do. All my yesterdays are fading from the view. And every night I lay awake, waiting for the day to break, just to share another memory with you.
Dear diary, it's Jeremiah. I've been trying more to write because these nights get mighty long upon this ward right after light. The bedside lamp illuminates the trailing path of my pen. That's how I feel about the good Dr. Meyers, my friend. You see, so Dr. Meyers said that I'm responding so exquisitely and physically responsive to prescriptions on delivery. I'm fit to be walking out here in 3 weeks tops. I wanna be just like the doctor when I grow up. Mommy said that we got lucky cause we can't afford none. And getting let into this trial was a gift from the sun. And we got shined on from the heavens. Man, this doctor's my hero. He sometimes jokes around and calls me patient zero. Cause my patience zero. I mean, I'm kinda hyper. I'm prone to be staying up and pulling all-nighters. And these side effects kind of make my sleeping a nightmare. My mouth gets dry sometimes, no saliva. The pain ain't stopping, but the doctor said patience. My patience is zero. I told you I hate it. The doctor said that it gets dark before dawn. Every rose has its thorns, best to weather the storm. So 4 in the morning, I'll say goodnight. And if I sleep, then it's a blessing from the holy skies. Every night is a drag, but the daytime's nice. Cause Dr. Meyers will be there, so I know I'll be fine.
All my thoughts are turning blue. Tell me what's the boy to do. All my yesterdays are fading from the view. And every night I lay awake, waiting for the day to break, just to share another memory with you.
Dr. Rick Meyers, September 21st. Patient 13 appears to be getting worse. It's seeming like these treatments not only failed to work, but have made his condition critical. Crippling adverse symptoms and side effects like the last 12 kids. Pardon me, I mean test subjects. I gotta give myself distance from my feelings. This is science, nothing more. And so I hide behind that mindset anytime that I'm unsure. I was hired to find a cure, and so at times I call my heartless. But my job's to stay on target and bring this product to market. Gotta keep the funding coming, gotta finish what we started. Gotta crack some eggs to make this multi-million-dollar omelet. With these corporate pharma reps, and they've been breathing down my neck. And they're the ones who write the checks, really, what the fuck you expect? I got a wife and 2 boys of my own I gotta protect. So these kids at the clinic are just numbers I've written next to the date and time of the test. Nothing more, nothing less. Blame the parents if you want it. They sign a form of consent. But this Jeremiah kid, there I go again. Patient 13, I mean, something about him's different. Says he wants to be like me, and so I say that he'll become an even better doctor, knowing that that day'll never come. His pulse has been getting weaker, now there's fluid in his lungs.
Dr. Meyers?
Get some rest, patient 0, we're almost done.
All my thoughts are turning blue. Tell me
Hey, fuck
what's
this,
the boy
bro.
to do. All my yesterdays are fading from the view.
Fuck this.
And every night I lay awake, waiting for the day to break, just to share another memory with you.
Dr. Rick Meyers, September 29th. Patient 13 didn't make it through the night. His name was Jeremiah, and he loved to read and write. And I can't help but feel responsible. I gotta make this right. Gotta find that breakthrough, gotta give the company something, or else I'm afraid they'll start to lose interest and pull their funding. So I studied every study and double-checked every entry in the journal I've been writing, just hoping something will catch me. Didn't sleep for 3 days till I figured it out. And once I did, I knew that I could realistically vouch to have it finished up by Christmas. So I called and set a meet so I could tell my bosses I was just weeks away from complete. Little patient 13 and the 12 who came before him, and the sacrifice they gave us would be for something important. For the science to prevail, gotta learn to live with the losses. I repeated in my thoughts as I went to step in the office. Hey, I'm here for the meeting.
Oh yes, Dr. Michaels, have a seat.
It's Meyers. Just you here today?
Well, you know how busy things get.
Right. Okay, well, anyways, I finally had a breakthrough in the research with the formula, and it's actually...
Okay, let me just stop you right there.
But...
We've decided to go in a different direction with the funding.
What?
Well, there's this new weight loss product in trials right now. Gila Monster Venom, actually.
Gila Monster?
Yeah, everyone's really excited about it over here.
But kids died on my watch.
Listen, we are so sorry to hear that.
You're sorry?
And we want to thank you so much for your hard work, Dr. Michaels.
Meyers.
Sure. And you really are one of our best and brightest.
But
Listen, I'm sure we'll have another project with your name on it very soon.
no. Listen,
Great. I'll have my assistant reach out.
Assistant?
Have yourself a nice day.
All my thoughts are turning blue. Tell me what's the boy to do. All my yesterdays are fading from the view. And every night I lay awake, waiting for the day to break, just to share another memory with you.
Now, before I lose my shit, are y'all proud of my patience? Are y'all proud of my patience? Because I wanted to pause that video a lot and talk a lot of shit. Are y'all proud of my fucking patience that I sat and waited for the song to finish before I started cussing people out? Who here watches Common Side Effects? Common Side Effects is going to be relevant to what I'm going to talk about. If y'all don't watch Common Side Effects, please watch it. It's one of the best things Adult Swim has ever had on their station. I'm so happy season 2 is coming out. Please watch Common Side Effects if you've never watched it. It is absolutely fucking amazing. It's an incredible, relevant show to what we just watched and what we're talking about right now. I hate how relevant this song is. There's an interesting story about my cancer that I never told y'all before. Shout out to people who didn't know that I had cancer. I did. Stage 4 Hodgkin's lymphoma. I've been in remission for 13 years. You can go ahead and clap. 12 rounds, 6 months of chemo. Feel free to clap. It's okay. It was a big deal. One thing that was interesting about my diagnosis and the kind of cancer that I had, when he mentioned the patient zero thing, because I was 22 years old, that's not a kid. Being 22 is not a kid, but it is kind of. And it was interesting that when I was going through chemo, I would go every Tuesday, and I was there for like 6 hours. There's nothing more boring than having all this shit injected into you for like 6 fucking hours every other Tuesday. And I remember it like clockwork. I was the youngest person in the ward, in this cancer ward where they had all the chairs set up and where you actually got the chemo administered. I was by far the youngest. And so I was known as the baby. We always had these dudes and a couple of the women there. They were like 80 years old. They were like 60 to 80 years old. And they would always call me the baby, and I would walk around. And a cool thing about this whole patient zero thing, or cool thing, I feel like my doctor, and I hate that I can't remember his name, Dr. Lou, I think, extremely nice guy. He was my Dr. Meyers. And I remember I told him one day, am I like patient zero? Because he came to me and he said, it was almost like I had Hodgkin's and non-Hodgkin's at the same time. And he said, we're going to do one more test on you. You're one step away from possibly going in the medical books. They flew specialists from all over the country to come diagnose me. I went 2 years. I went 2 years of tests, procedures, getting cut up. If I ever take off my shirt on stream one day, you'll see a bunch of cuts all over my body. It's very interesting. And I used to have PTSD about it. Now I don't, because now I can easily talk about it with y'all. It always makes me uncomfortable, but I like talking about it, and I like letting people know that it's like, hey, you can go through chemo at a young age, have really aggressive chemo pumped in your veins, and still sit here and do fucking YouTube and Twitch. But so I went through 2 years of that, and they couldn't figure out what was wrong with me. And he was like, well, this is why we can't figure out what's wrong. We don't know if you have Hodgkin's or non-Hodgkin's. You look like you have both of them. And I was like, what does that mean? Am I going to be in the medical books? And I said it kind of happy, and he kind of looked really like, you could see this forced smile. And I remember his face. It was like this kind of like, like trying to keep me in a positive energy. Because by then I had already had I was getting blood transfusions every 2 hours. It was a very interesting time for me, but I've always been this way that I am now. I have to find positives and stuff. If I don't find the positive in something, I will lose myself. So I always have to find something. Something has to make sense for what I'm going through. I need this to make sense to me that I'm dealing with this and that I'm going through this much pain. It has to make sense to me. I relate, and talk about the most relatable song on this EP for me so far. I relate so much to this. This kid saying, I'm going to be like you when I grow up, and finding some semblance of solace, knowing damn well that he's probably going to die, trying to find some sense of hope when there's no choice. I did it in my song Chemo. Shout out to people who've listened to my song and taken the time to listen to it. I say there's one line in my song that I really like. You can be sick or dead. Those are your only choices. You want to be sick or you want to die? Which one of those do you want? Because that's all you have. And that line really resonates with me that I wrote that makes me think of this song, that it's like, well, you can blame the parents because they signed the consent. But this world, this healthcare industry is set up. You don't have a fucking choice. What do you want? Your 13-year-old to die? You want your 22-year-old to die? You want your 5-year-old to die? Like, is that what you want? You want to be a good mom, right? You want to be a good dad, right? So sign on these forms. You don't have a choice but to let me experiment on your kid, because if I don't experiment on them, they're going to die anyway. So do you want them to die in vain, or you want them to die with a purpose? Like, what do you want? And that's kind of the whole point with Webby's part, where it's like, I can have a conscience all I want. I can come in here and that conscience can seep through all it wants. But the more my conscience seeps through, the more that these kids died for nothing, and or the more that I'm out of a job and I can't help more people. There's always a justification for the shitty things that people willingly do or unwillingly do. But I just wanted to share that story because I just really appreciate the way that they chose to tell that story, because they could have gone in so many different directions, talking about how the medical industry preys on poor people, how it preys on people who don't know better, how it preys on ignorant people, how it preys on sick people. And it could have been really on the nose about it. I really like this Eminem Slim Shady style way that they, this Tech Nine like way that they went to tell the story, instead of like, that's somebody's life. This song is somebody's life right now. It was my fucking life, signing a prime directive and signing on the dotted line and letting them try this new form of chemo and thinking about all these, and experimenting with all these different methods of finding out what the hell was wrong with me, because what am I going to do? Say no and die? Like, no, like I'm going to do it. So shout out to y'all, bro. So I just wanted to share that. I just wanted to share it. I don't care to talk about the song. Again, I have no interest in talking about the song. There's a million other reactors on YouTube who will do that for you. I like relating to songs. I've said that before. I like relating. I like calling back. I like understanding the psyche as to why people write these songs. And I'm more interested in y'all's stories. I'm way more interested in what you all feel when you hear songs like this. I know half my chat, half of y'all right now, I bet y'all have a Dr. Meyers. I bet right now y'all have been through some shit and you remember the doctor's faces. You remember the pain you went through. You remember the outcome. You remember the procedures. And it's cool because it brought us all here. And it's kind of cool to think about. And that's me being positive again. It's like all the pain and all the bullshit that we go through, but look at where we are. We all get to sit here and talk at 6:52 p.m. on a Friday night. Like, that's awesome. Like, that's a cool way to look at it. It's like, yeah, I could bitch and moan and cry about all the shit that I've gone through and that I still go through, but I get to be here and talk to y'all, like right now in this present moment. And I just think that that's cool. So I wish that the healthcare industry would change one day. I have some semblance of optimism that one day maybe it will, but for now, I'll just say I applaud them that they did that song in that way. That was incredible. That was impeccable. I really liked the sound of it, the hook. Ren playing the patient and then Webby playing Dr. Meyers. Like, that's clever. Only for it to not matter anyway, by the way, because it's all about profit. This song actually reminded me of McDonald's. He was like, "Oh my God, this is an excellent product." And it was his burger. Y'all know after I watched that video, I went to McDonald's and I was like, "Can I order your product, your number 2 product?" And the girl said, "What?" And I said, "What?" And then I said, "Can I get a double cheeseburger?" Because I panicked. She didn't get the joke. She didn't get what I was trying to do. Shout out to y'all, bro. Shout out to your doctors. I see y'all shouting out your doctors. Appreciate y'all. So thank y'all for listening. Oh my God, bro. I'm almost getting emotional. I need to move the fuck on. I don't want to do this right now. I don't want to do this. I'm going to listen to the next song.